joining us today. As above, so below. We're talking about Mars energy. That is the energy of frequency where we utilize to either charge, we use it for war, or some people use the word terminology, conflict. I am excited to be here with you guys because you know what I do. I teach universal laws and they are applicable to certain man, to each and every one of us. I want to first say often, if this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are the African sciences. I am also salutations to my Madrina, to my Oba, and to my Padrino, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajades, whether you are beginner, intermediate, or advanced. To each and every one of you guys that want to know what energy, frequency, and vibration is all about, and how we utilize it on our everyday basis. What's up there, my Shamari? All right, Sasha Fierce Cancer in the house from Chi-Town. And then I got my Karen O'Brien, my Gemini in the house. To each and every one of you guys, as you are chiming in, please, sir, ma'am, do yourself a favor. Hit that like button. And please, after these lives, comment. Because I'm going to be talking about some real content today. What's up, my baby Scorpio? Thank you for joining me on today. As above, so below, we're talking about Mars energy and how I utilize Mars energy. And I teach about these in my immediate beginners class. Also, I talk about a lot of the regimens that I may employ personally myself, because I think about a lot of these teaching videos. I have been practicing magic since I was a child. In honor of my head Orisha Mafedifun Oya, and also my head Orisha Babalu Aye, I'm rocking my Fedifun Ogun on today. Those that have your talisman, be good time to get those out. And to all of y'all that going crazy about beads, I got Ogun beads that I have. Those not for sale, I have them. What's up there, Monique 444? Cancer in the house, Crab Cakes is standing. What's up there, Mama Susan in the house, Gemini. And then I got my Boaz in the house. What's up, Bo, my Pisces? Thank you so very, very much. If this is your first in my life, I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign is definitely Pisces. What's up there, Demetrius? Let me put my glasses on because it started squinting. Make sure I get everybody that chiming in. And guys, let me say this often. I appreciate all of the things that you guys have been doing on my platform and the commentary, especially to my moderators. Thank you so much for helping me navigate through these spiritual streets on this platform. What's up, Flower Girl? Thank you for joining us. There is my aphrodisiac. Those that don't know what that means that it makes you rise. And some of y'all have erectile dysfunction, so you don't know nothing about that. But we thank God for her. What's up there, Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina? These nuts, yes. These nuts have hair on them. So be careful. Don't get you a hairball. What's up there to each and every one of you guys? We appreciate each and every one of you guys for how you have been supporting my platform, as well as how you've been pushing these videos, and how you have been continuously supporting those that have gotten your graveyard work or have intention of getting your graveyard work. I would like, you don't have to, but I would like people that have already gotten their graveyard work to actually testify about that on the wall. So a lot of times people are asking me questions, and I just honestly believe as a spiritualist that the best people to talk about what you do is the people that receive what you do, okay? So I'm glad about it. So Natasha makes me rise like self-rising flower. We praise God for her. All right? I'm in and out. I like the way she yes, baby. All right, thank you, Keisha. Keisha, like, now this is gonna rock a lot of y'all. Now, what I want to talk about on tonight, as above, so below, since we're talking about Mars energy in honor of Ogun and Zarabanda and Ogun Faray or any other ironsmith that is operating for us, and we utilize those energies and frequency and vibration. It is so important to understand universal laws, in my humble opinion, because a lot of times before you go and you do magic, you need to understand your position and your role in certain events that are taking place in your life. And so therefore you want to be as fair as you possibly can before you actually implement magic in the workplace. What's up there, my Fedifuno Shun? Taurus in the house. Where's my other Taurus? She probably coming on soon. Okay. So let me explain this. I wanted to talk about performing real magic in the workplace. Workplace could be a place of business. Workplace could be your business or somebody else's establishment. Because I had an event that took place on Sunday after leaving church, and how the people treated me, and I sent a curse up in their business. So I was performing real magic in real time, and I did it. I did not have to be inside the establishment to do real magic and to actually affect what is going to take place. I have shut businesses down spiritually. I've been doing this a very long time, so I am a type of person that I don't just go around and just cause chaos when there's no need. But if you go there with me, especially as a melanated black man, and show me a certain level of disregard and disrespect, then as a man of God, I will set for a punitive. What are the benefits of graveyard work for those who do not know? One of the major, to me, is the ancestors, the eguns. Graveyard work is a treasure trove of all types of people and spirits. And so therefore, by me being a natural born necromancer, I'm able to have connectivity to those spirits and those eguns. And so what happens is, as much as I do go into the graveyard, I am in contact with spirits that will be able to help you in various areas of your life, especially those that support the graveyard work. And so therefore, say for instance, I'm in, because I like to go to Miami Cemetery, there's doctors there, there's lawyers there, there's necromancers there, there are powerful Masonic orders, there are Eastern Stars in that particular cemetery. There are people that have been married a very long time, people that got relationship issues. There's all types of people that have been successful in their life. They're very rich people in that cemetery. And when I say rich, I'm talking about they know how to make money legal and illegally. So, me personally, the ability for somebody like me to connect you and your eguns with that type of energy and frequency without you personally going in there and having to cleanse like I have to cleanse, because at the end of the day, you're still dealing with the dead. You're dealing with people that have already passed on. And so therefore, the major benefit is having the connectivity between me, you, and the cemetery or the graveyard, depending on which one I go. I do go to the, which one else I talk about a lot? I have a huge cemetery that I go down, and it's predominantly white, but there's a lot of white spiritualists that were buried in that cemetery. So I do a lot of conjure in that particular cemetery. I like to deal with, I have done some work with the spirits that I got, the 9 spirits out of the cemetery in Tampa when I got Crown Mafetifun Oya, Yanza, some people call her. So the benefit is the connectivity, and depending on, and these are people that were successful. I'm not messing with Moretos or Egun that are, I'm trying to be nice, low level, low life spirits that died and they just didn't really do, or they're very, they didn't do much with their lives. And so I'm in contact with a lot of spirits that have been very successful in their practices and their businesses, and also spirits that have been successful in conjure and able to defeat their enemies. So I work with those type of eguns, and actually I have some of those in my own bloodline. So that to me is the best, and then it strengthens. As you get more graveyard work, you get more activity in that particular area. And I just think that people that have never been in a relationship with a necromancer or medium, or people that work with the dead, really don't understand why Centella, why Oya, or why Babalu Aye, or any other Rish or Egun or spirit that is connected with the cemetery, why they are so powerful. Because they have access to anything or any person, dead presidents. I've actually went to, in our area, I'm in Florida, I went to West Palm Beach where the military people have died, because working with soldiers are easy to get them to do stuff because they're used to following orders. And so at that point, it just gets stronger, more effective, and you have more types of spirits other than your spirit to protect you. Yeah, it's only, well, it starts at $1,000, but I mean, if you want stronger and stronger, because like, there's levels to this, and be honest with you, there's levels to anything. Depending on what you're willing to invest, to all of you all that are Dollar General driven with your mentality and you're always looking for cheaper, you can always find a spiritualist out there that will do your graveyard work for $47.73 and give you change back. So find him or her wherever they may be, but they just do not live here. What's up, Blood? Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. Now, we're going to talk about performing magic in the workplace. Now, most people do not think of magic when they go to the workplace unless they themselves are doing the magic at the workplace. The first, I believe that the delusion is everywhere you go carries energy, including your job. And if you are working from home, even your home carries a different energy, because that is also a business place where currency or commerce is operating. So just because you're doing business from home does not mean that you do not have the energy of commerce operating in that particular area, wherever it is. Because in this particular area, commerce operates. Mafedifun Oya, she rules commerce, so and marketing or anything of that nature. So there's different aspects of energy that comes in when you are doing business in a place, or you're making money, and that's gambling houses, that's whore houses. If you are selling ass, ears, and elbows, you still deal with commerce. You understand? So that causes that. Just pray about the topic to my ego. Oh, right on target. So I love the fact, because I was gonna teach about something else and they told me to teach this. So first of all, I don't want any misconception. What do voodoo practice? Baby, don't come in my live, because voodoo is my first love, and so therefore I'm trying to be nice, just starting out. So be very respectable when you deal with anything that has to do with voodoo, because that is my first love, and that is what got me through all of the things that I've gone through and helped many people. And so therefore, even though I'm crowned in Ocha and Santeria and all this, my first love will always be voodoo, because that has what has been there for me the majority of my life. Okay? So I'm giving you a fair warning. If you come in here to learn about energy, frequency, and vibration, you're more welcome to be here. But commentary, especially in that particular tradition, is very tested for me. Now, performing magic in the workplace is first understanding that the workplace is energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, you also got to understand who is actually operating that particular business, what type of mentality they have, what kind of business practices they have, how well is the morale, are they good to their employees, or whatever, because that has a lot to do with how you need to come into the situation when it comes down to performing magic when it comes to the workplace. If your boss is a person, a female or male, that is somebody that you can talk to and resolve issues, then you won't have to do a lot of this type of magic that I'm going to be doing on today. If you are in a situation where you have to deal with racism, you have to deal with people that have the buddy system, because sometimes you may feel that it's racism when it's just a buddy system that they have going on, and you have to break that chain if you intend to grow financially and successfully in that particular business. There's many ways of addressing certain things, but the first thing you need to do is understand how is money made at that particular business, at that particular workplace. Now, the reason why I'm going to be working with black candles on my job, and to all of you all that do not know, that I have coworkers that watch my broadcast on Facebook or them even on YouTube. So this ain't something being done behind people's back. They all know that I practice the ATRs and black arts. That's not hidden. They know I'm a preacher and a pastor. But I'm going to be doing, I had a situation on my job where I feel like my job was threatened by one of the supervisors, because see, with me, I'm a Sagittarius, and you have to be very careful what you say to me. And so one of the terms that he used, he said, I don't know how, what type of career you intend to have at this job. When you keep coming at me and keep trying to write me up for petty stuff, I already know you're trying to build a paper trail, because that's how my job works. I feel that people that want to practice real magic on their job, they need to know how their job works. You need to know how incentives work. You need to know how money is made on that job. And so then you can have a more realistic idea of what you need to be doing on that job magically in order for you to excel, or to protect you from people trying to hinder your particular success. What's up there, my Stormy? my Sagittarius from Detroit. And so I have 29 years going on 30 years at UPS. So I'm very knowledgeable about how things need to go and how things go. And so therefore I've been up under different center managers, and I had different managers. And so I have a lot of experience whether that supervisor or manager is experienced or inexperienced. And a lot of times we think that we have certain advantages of dealing with people that are inexperienced, but people that are inexperienced are normally their ego is very fragile, and so therefore they don't take responsibility of mismanagement, of lack of management, or lack of resolving issues. And so therefore it is easier in their eyes, especially inexperienced managers and supervisors, is to blame the employees. And so they rather cause trouble for you and try to write you up or do other stuff that has nothing to do with resolving the issue that is really going on. And so they will take a good employee and make them bad just to keep from acknowledging that they made certain poor choices or did not do certain things that could have made that situation more profitable for both parties, especially more experienced people. Now, I'm going to be I have center manager, I have 2 managers that I have these candles for. These are 7-day candles. These are, people call them Vena candles. Now, I am going to be working Palo. Now, I also want you guys to understand this. Now, you could also do the same thing with Eshu. Now, I'm working with a darker aspect of my spirit for this, because things have been going on my job for quite some time. So, another thing that is going on the job is that Minister Mario has passed away since June 23rd of last year, and he qualified for disability. He was approved for his disability last year, and the email was sent out on November 16th. And the reason why I know that is because I am the power of attorney when it comes to Minister Mario, and I spoke with our insurance people, which is Hartford, and they told me the exact date that they sent out the information. So I know when UPS actually got the information that he was approved for his disability, which they would pay all his medical bills when they send the payment to Team Care. So UPS knows that he's passed, and so therefore big companies would prefer you to not pay the bill. They would prefer it just to be swept under the rug. And so therefore you got to have real magic. So all of you all that love the Lord and you are not going to do anything to defend what is yours or to fight for what is yours, this live is not for you. I am here for people that if God give you something, you're willing to stand up for and fight for it, okay? Or something that belongs to you that you've earned. So UPS is not giving Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, anything. He earned that, and that is something that is due to his account. He also has other stuff there that I have access to, but the main thing is getting his insurance activated and them paying it, and they don't want to do that. They've been dragging their foot, but the manager has access to okay that because it was already approved. It was not something that he is approving. It's something that has already been proven, and all they have to do is UPS pay that bill to Team Care, and then his insurance is continuous. So now that's been going on since November the 16th. The reason why I want to give dates and time to you guys, because I don't feel that you should jump to real magic, special type of magic that I do, if you have not given people opportunity to resolve issues. When people don't want to resolve issues, they start making you a problem. That's where I am in the situation. And so you need to also know what type of magic that is practiced on your job. Do you have santeros on your job? Do you have voodoo practitioners on your job? Do you have Christians on your job? Do you have necromancers on your job? Do you have witches on your job? What type of hoodoo, voodoo, conjure that is being operated on your job? So most of you all believe that when you go on a job, that's not going on. You're the only one that know about Hajj John the Conqueror. You're the only one that knows about the book of Psalms. You're the only one and this is another delusion that I told you guys. Caucasian people practice magic. They just practice a different type of magic, or they go to other spiritual people that are melanated. Now, some of you guys do not know this, but if you had taken my beginner class, intermediate class, and advanced class, you would understand this. Now, melanin is connected to the universe. It is also connected to Mother Earth. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up this If you are on a job, if you are working, this is why some of y'all fail in manifestation. You have to consider and this is where biology comes into play. You have to consider whether they are melanated or non-melanated people. I'm going to say this again. Everything is about energy, frequency, and vibration, and you need to understand that. Okay? If you are doing conjure, if you are doing prayers, if you are doing invocations concerning people, places, and things, it matters if they are melanated. And when I say melanated, I am not only talking about African American people. I'm talking about Cuban Americans. I'm talking about Italian. If they have black blood, African blood in them, they don't have to be as dark as me, but they still carry melanin. You have some very light-skinned Cubans, but they still melanin. And so therefore, they're able to tap into that energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay? Everybody light-skinned ain't white. Why? Okay, Apostle Ela, why would that matter to my my workings? Okay, let me explain to you this. When you're dealing with biology, every gene or area of cellular structure absorbs energy very differently. When you are working on melanated people, they are able to pick up subtle energy because of their melanin. They're able to pick up positive energy or negative energy very easily because of their melanin. Well, when it comes down to non-melanated people or Caucasian people that are white, they also have a receptive gene. There's a dominant gene and a receptive gene. And so therefore, they do not pick up on energy like that. You have to work with spirits when you're dealing with non-melanated people. It is easier for you to affect a melanin person with energy, frequency, and vibration than a non-melanated person. And therefore, you have to understand that that's why this particular work, after I fix these candles, they are going in front of, I'm going to first put them in front of Lucero, and then I'm going to put them in front of Zarabanda and my voodoo cauldron. Because I want instant result, and I want fierce results. And I want repercussion because if you're going to come for my job, I'm going to talk to y'all. Or you're going to try to come for me, this is what people don't understand about me. I don't kick nobody authority, but I got authority too. If you are fair with me in your authority, I'm going to be fair with you in my authority. If you, a judge, a lawyer, I don't care nothing about that. If you abuse your authority and your position with me, then I am going to deal with you with my authority. A lot of y'all feel that there is no reason for you to go and develop spiritually. But that's why a lot of you don't get what God got for you, because you can't influence non-melanated people the way you influence melanated people. And you got to understand how energy, frequency, and vibration work. And you also got to know the difference between invocation and calling in spirits to do something, or how you can utilize other conjures to get the job done. Now, because we're talking about the workplace, you have to understand you have to be lawfully, because you have the right to your religion. This is why you need to know law. It varies from state to state, country to country. But freedom of religion, you can practice your particular religion in the workplace. This is not something that you have to do behind people's back. If you on break, if you are on your lunch, you can practice your religion, whatever that may be, right there on the spot. You understand? So they might not like it because they might know that you are in a position where you can actually do some things. Now, don't be an ignorant spiritualist. Don't be an ignorant practitioner. Understand that you are on property owned by a company. And so therefore, you need to know the laws and bylaws of that company. In my particular case, I am a union employee, and I have freedom of religion on my position, and I am also somebody that has married people on my job. I've done funerals on my job. So for them to have an issue about my practice and how I practice is a bunch of malarkey. So I might not bring candles to work, but I bring spirits to work. I walk in conjure. Okay, so we're going to first off deal with Exodus, the 21st chapter. I told you I got something. Now, please know your laws. Know what you can do. You can do magic and perform magic with a cigarette, a cigar on your job. A Black and Mild, because it's tobacco. Now, depending on how strong your arche is, you can affect certain things. But you need to understand, when you working on non-melanated people, you got to understand what you do to break a black man or black woman is very different what you do to break a white man or a white woman. What you do to break a Latina, because everybody don't value the same things. And depending on how open they are to energy and frequency and vibration, you might have to address certain things. So I'm the type of person, if you come for my house, I'm going to come for your house. If you try to make it hard for me to make money, I'm going to make it hard for you to make money. I'm just that simple. So Exodus 21, 23, 24. So if you don't care that Minister Mario, son of Bachosi, and that he was an employee for UPS for over 9 years, and you can try to dismiss him or steal what he has been approved for and eligible for, then I am going to address you as a thief. That's how I deal with you. Because you're not giving him or me anything that was earned. Always know your position before you do real magic. So Exodus 21, 23 through 24. Now this is how I get down. It says, verse 23, and if any mischief follow. Mischief by definition is to harm or trouble caused by someone or something. So I'm going to read it like this. And if anybody shall cause harm or bring trouble to someone or something following, then shall give life for life. I'm going to say it again. If you trying to cause me harm or cause me trouble, then the Bible gives me permission, according to this concept, energy out, energy in. You don't want no trouble, don't bring me no trouble. You don't want no problem, don't bring me no problem. Because we talking about Mars energy. You want to bring trouble and frustration in my life? I promise you I'm going to bring trouble and frustration in your life. And guess what? I'm different than a lot of other people that practice real magic. I actually study the person. So I know what's going to affect this particular manager. I know what's going to affect this particular supervisor. And I also know what's going to affect the other supervisor. Because I already read them. Because I know I'm the type of person, I need to know who I'm dealing with. And so I read people. I don't need cards to read you. All I just need to do, especially that you already in front of me, I can read your energy, I can read your weakness and all that. A lot of them don't even know when they be standing in front of me, I be reading them. But that's what a real spiritualist does anyway. But so I know where to strike. Especially one day that you're going to try me. So verse 24 say, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth, a hand for a hand, and a foot for a foot. Burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let go free of his eye for his eye's sake. So if you don't want somebody to take your toe, your foot, then don't try to take their foot. I believe energy for energy. I don't go, if you not coming for my life, I ain't going to come for your life. If you're not coming for my finances, I'm not going to come for your finances. If you're not coming for my peace, I'm not going to come for your peace. Whatever, I have a strategy. If you try to upset my world, then I'm here to, as the world turns, I'm here to upset your world. If you're coming here to just be smart mouth, then that's all I'm going to give you. But when you come for my livelihood, when you come for my well-being, when you're trying to hinder what I got going on in my life after I leave this facility, then I am going to come for yours. Energy out, energy in. If you're going to use your platform, and see, one thing that I have a problem with people, especially people that are in position, not because they actually earned it. They have a different insecurity and they have a different offense. Because Because I'm the type of person, I tell people the truth. I tell people what I'm thinking. And that's people in management. That's people in supervisor. I don't care who you are. You know where I'm coming from. If I don't trust you, if I think you're a liar, I tell you. And a lot of times, people like that have a hard time accepting from a melanated man that kind of reality, and for them to know I actually think that about them. Okay? So, once again, if you're not coming for my eye, I ain't gonna come for your eye. If you're not coming for my big toe, I'm not gonna come for your big toe. If you're not coming for my wife, my husband, my child, my dog, my cat, sir and man, I'm not coming for you. If you're not trying to hurt me, you're not trying to undermine me, you have nothing to worry about. But the energy that you bringing. See, when I sit in a meeting and you're not trying to hear me because you got your objective. Let me tell you something. When people trying to resolve stuff, they're going to communicate with you. And they're not just going to hear you because they're just going to say, I listen to you. They're actually going to try to resolve the issue. When people have a motive of trying to get you back or trying to undermine you, or because I'm a shop steward, so on the job, they always want to get the shop steward because, you know, if you get the head, the tail going to follow. So you want to try to get me and get these little these paper trails. Now, I ain't never had all these paper trails before this other manager came along. But since he been there, he been all trying to get little things on me over and over. So he been trying to do it in a subtle way. Now, let me tell you something about Caucasity. They will always smile in your face. But believe you me, they are trying to do exactly what they do. They're not going to be like black people. If they don't, black people trying to get you and mad with you, they ain't going to fool with you. They're going to talk about you, going to do whatever. Caucasian people, they're not like that. They're going to act like they're your friend. They're going to act like they want to work together. They're going to put on a good front. But all the time, they're sabotaging. And that's their goal, okay? And that's fine. I ain't even mad with people like this. That's not why I'm doing that. Because my job as a spiritual person is to do what I'm supposed to do to protect me and mine, okay? But I want you to understand, I believe that people should have good judgment. I believe that you should know before you decide to do any type of spiritual work on your job, where you got to go to work at every day. Remember, you have to be around this energy. You have to be around this working. You have to interact with this conjure you're doing. And you need to know what you're doing. As I do. That ain't the first manager I done put the what's happening on their ass, and it won't be the last. They ain't the first supervisor I done had to put the what's happening on their ass. I don't argue with people. When you flex your authority, I'm going to flex mine. It's just that simple with me. I don't care who you is. I'll tell you to your face. I asked them, I said, is that what you're going to do? I said, you're going to literally try to write me up for the chicken in my truck and on my dash, and then you done turn around and ate the same chicken. Like, you want to discipline me for eating when you know I don't have anything. They done took out certain things on my truck where I don't have the liberty of doing certain things. But then out of all the things that you could be doing that you find a threat, it's chicken. The black man's bird. Black people bird. You know we love us some chicken. I said, okay. You want to be petty? You want to be petty with the petty king? Oh, I can be petty. I can use my magic and be petty with so many aspects of your life you have no idea. So I let people go. Facts. That's how they do. Okay. But knowing that, so if you're going to do this work, you need to understand the bioenergy of a particular person, place, or thing. You need to know what type of energy that is at that workplace so you know how that you can effectively affect that energy. So a lot of times I send spirits before I even get there because I already know they with the foolishness. And then I already knew that they were going to come with a bunch of junk. Let me tell you something. When somebody trying to do something to you, it's going to get more. It's going to get petty, petty, petty. Okay? So now we know. So Exodus, the 21st chapter, 23 through 24. Now, the reason why I did all of that to say this to you, I didn't just jump up and get to a place where now I'm doing real magic. Okay? Now, to all of you that have followed me, this is a novena calendar. If you've taken my classes, this will make more sense to you. So I've already put holes in there. I don't. A lot of y'all like to put stuff on top of y'all candles and stuff like. I don't like doing that. I like to get it in the hole. I likes to get it in the hole. So I have here. It's Tuesday. I have what I call my whoop ass powder. It is a collection of a lot of things, animal parts in here, all kind of stuff in here. So why are you using whoop ass? Because this is going to affect them mentally, emotionally, and physically, spiritually. Because when you trying to affect me, now this is going to be a defensive work, not a offensive work. This is as they come for me. I didn't send for them. If the more they progress to come for me, the stronger and the more destructive this work gonna get. That's on them. You bother me and you keep trying to come for me and trying to cause me trouble on my job or try to cause me trouble in my finance or whatever, it's just gonna get worse for you. And it's going to affect you. And this is what you all don't understand. A lot of people with fragility, they hide behind their titles, they hide behind their marriages, they hide behind their business, they hide behind things. And so that's what I am going to destroy. If you come for me. If you come for me. Now y'all, I got animals over there rotting, and so you're going to see flies or you're going to see bugs and stuff like that because them goats are still decomposing over there on my cauldron. So I have my whoop ass powder. Now this right here is old, so it is really strong. I've had this for a long time. I've utilized this many different ways, many times. Now, I'm not concerned about the gossip. I don't care if the people talk about me on my job. But when you trying to mess with my cheddar that make it more better, I got something for you. So each one of these candles are gonna get this powder. If it's strong, you don't need a lot of it. You don't need a lot of it. Now, sir and ma'am, I have that. So what else I'm going to put in here? Now this ass animal, I'm also going to put coyote power. This is a grinded skull of a coyote. Oh, and yeah, that animal. Grinded skull of a coyote. Those are going in those candles too. That's why I tell people, if you mess with me and make me go there, and this is all defensive work. And I'm using black candles because I have to present it to Lucero. And his colors are red, black, I think white, but I'm not working those colors, I'm working the black one. So, that's coyote powder. That's in there. And then, certain ma'am, where's my scorpion oil? Okay, and then I'm going to be putting, because we're on the day of Tuesday, Mars energy, this is actually a living scorpion inside of this oil. So this is going in this candle as well. So I'm going to condition it with scorpion oil. So the more they want to come with the foolishness, it's all good. When you got power, you don't argue with people. And I'm going to watch their life get tore up. They won't be the first, they won't be the last. But I don't play games with people about my money and on my job. You keep playing with me and think it's a game. And one thing I have been very successful, and now that I'm 51, I've been successful in my life, is to turn people into believers. People, the girl and drag me to hell didn't believe. And that's why that girl got messed up. A good tracker, yes. That's how that girl got messed up. She was trying to prosper. A lot of time when you got the buddy system on these jobs and they be trying to prosper and grow in these companies and stuff, they be doing all kind of stuff trying to get up in that company, and a lot of that is taking a dump on other people. Okay? So if you want to come over and bring shit over here, make sure I'm going to put shit in your life. I promise you I am. And I'm going to smile and grin in your face just like you smile and grin in mine. And you doing what you're doing. So, now we have the scorpion oil and we have the whoop ass powder. We have the coyote essence in there, and then we have my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. This is called Blackthorn's powder. Blackthorn's powder is ruled by Mars and Saturn. Anybody that practice real dark, heavy black art know that those two elements that we work is in Mars and in Saturn. That would be my Aries. That would also be Capricorn, also Aquarius. So Blackthorn is an earth element, which is good for manifestation and grounding my spells, and also a fire element. Misa. So it is ruled by Aries and Scorpio. So you know Scorpio rules the planet of death, Mars and Pluto. So you need to know when you're doing these type of conjures. Whoop ass powder, I love it. Yes, baby. That powder right there done put the what's happening on a lot of actually spiritualist ass, not just regular people. Actually, people that do conjure, that same powder done put the what's happening on the Madrina's ass. I don't play. Okay, it also is used for protection and revenge. So I'm going to be asking my spirits to avenge me of my adversaries, and I'm going to put the name of these individuals, just like they put my name on their warning letter. I'm going to put their name on, but these ain't going to be warning. I ain't doing warning letter. I'm going to put their name in front of my cauldron. And we're going to see who gets victory first. So it is used for revenge, and it's used for balances of light and dark. So this is work on both sides, and both sides of it. So I'm going to put this in there as well. So all of y'all that think y'all about this life, and then when it comes down to your everyday life, you don't know how to deal, or you don't know, you need to be able to finance your victory, protect where your money come from. If somebody is tampering with your finances, you do not take that lightly. If somebody threatening you about your well-being or where your finances come, you do not take that lightly. You have to be very careful how you talk to me. Minister Mario is not here with me to help me get through some of this, so I am a lot more dangerous than I was before, because my tolerance level is at 0. Now, also what I'm going to do that I'm not going to show you is I'm going to put some other things in here. I have to put that, I have a piranha that one of my members brought me, so I'm going to put that on my Cynthia. But I'm going to put these candles in front of Zarabanda and my voodoo spirit. And then, first of all, Lucero, then the voodoo spirits and Zarabanda. And then I'm going to grind animal parts into this candle even more. I can't show you that part, but I'm going to do that because when they decide to go there with me, I'm going to already have this in place. Now, those that understand candle magic manifest. It's like this candle represents my prayer. The stronger my prayers are, and the longer this burn, is the manifestation. Now, what's going to happen once I sit it in front of the in Ganga, if I sit in front of the cauldron, the spirits, all those spirits that are inside of that cauldron, is going to empower this candle. So each spirit is going to have its working or handiwork into this work. And so I don't do conjure like other people do conjure. I do conjure with spirits. And especially if you're working with non-melanated people, you have to work with spirits. You can't just deal with energy because they don't pick up energy that well. They don't have those type of frequencies. Their hair doesn't pick it up well. Now, if you have something from them, or you have a way of anointing your area, or your powers or whatever, do what you do, but be discreet and be mindful that you're in the workplace, and so therefore have some skill and some couth about yourself when you are performing real magic. Sometimes you have to do magic in the crossroads on the way to the job. That's what I do. So whoever coming through the crossroad, there's a crossroad on this side of my job, and there's a crossroad over there. So in order to get to my job, you got to come through that crossroad or that crossroad, you're going to get God. It got to be a strategy to everything you do. And I ain't got to do it in the daytime. I go there at night. Because it's legal for me to be in the crossroad. And that's what I would deal with. The Legua, I would deal with Metcalfu, I would deal with Lucero, depending on what crossroad spirit you want. And make sure that you're doing invocation, because if you're not in contact with spirit, non-melanated people have a hard time processing energy, and you want this thing to hit hard and hit heavy. Okay? So, I'm also using black because black represents night. It represents darkness. So any aspect of their life that has darkness that they haven't resolved, this will get in there. So this has things to break down stuff. And then I'm going to light this tonight. But I hope that this helped you understand that there's always magic energy at the workplace, what type of management that you're dealing with, how aggressive your work needs to be, how consistent and aggressive your work may need to be, how you need to actually be doing your job, that you're not doing magic because you're not doing your job. I don't agree with that. Make sure that it is a situation that you need to go to certain levels of extreme. I see the consistency. So this is also something that I do. Tobacco. What's up, my jelly squeeze? I'm sorry, sweetheart. What's up, love? I'm sorry, y'all. I just saw y'all. Now, this work don't have to be just at the workplace. This could be work if somebody fighting you. Like I said, if this right here is this is defensive, but this is very, very aggressive. I'm just being honest with you. I ain't trying to make like it. No, this right here is, even though I'm utilizing in a defensive manner in manifestation, it is passive aggressive, so to speak. Mars energy is about what? Charging. So I'm charging it through my own Ache. I'm cleansing it through my own Ache. Now, me personally, I have black, but that's voodoo. I have these bougie candles. These are white, but I have bougie candles that I can work with voodoo with these people. But those are in my other room over there. But you can use those. But I'm using the Novena candles. Because I want pressure. If you're going to bring pressure in my life and stress in my life, I'm bringing it to your life. You don't want to work with me, I don't want to work with you. You don't want this to be a pleasant environment for me, it's not going to be a pleasant environment for you. It's just that simple with me. And because I'm 51 years old, I'm not going to go back and forth. You're going to do what you got to do, I'm going to do what I got to do, and we're going to see who prevails. But you can also use a red and black candle to do this same type of working. I'm just going to be on the more darker side. I ain't going to lie to you, I don't want no red in my candle. I want strictly black. But this also can be done with a red and black candle. Don't fool yourself. You can do just as much damage, if not more, with a white candle. But I'm dealing with chaos energy. I'm a chaos being. And so therefore, and then this one right here, I don't necessarily would do this candle because I like black on the top, red at the bottom. This is still 69, but I want the black at the top and then it burn red at the bottom. Because that red represents the aggressiveness. But this right here represents power. Black represents power and the universe, the divine. Anything black, space, time, energy, black planet, it affects it. Their subconscious mind, their conscious mind. I love this type of working. Now, only reason I'm doing this is because of the moves that they have made. Other than that, I would do something a lot lighter. I still would do work. I still would do conjure. I still would do magic. But it wouldn't be to this degree. Do I have anything stronger than this? Absolutely. But, you know, I had one manager. They were going all to different countries trying to get that work off of them. When I put something on your ass, it ain't going nowhere. Now, you might fight me a while, but I'm gonna prevail. And this is when you working with people that make money. So a lot of y'all out here messing with people and you can't even defeat them, and they don't even make a $500 a week. People on my job, they make decent money. So make sure that you doing real magic where you can fight, you in a place you can defend and actually bring this to pass, even if they fight you. Even if they financially good, that they can come and bring it on. Is what zodiac based or bloodline based? What are you talking about, baby? How do we know we are light or chaos being? Chaos, we all. Okay. Did you take my advanced course? Chaos energy is dark matter, carbon. We all have chaos energy. The more melanin you have, the more chaos energy you have. It's in your pigment. You see all this beautiful brown, that's melanin. Now, if you want me to burn, now this right here, I wouldn't burn protection with this, but I would burn reversal. If you were doing a working where you wanted to reverse their actions against you, and you wanted them to reap what? Waiting on the class. Why are you waiting on the class? What class are you waiting on, Shamari? Because I know I told Monique to send you the link for that class. And let me say something. If you already got if you got the intermediate class, make sure you know if you sent. Let me tell y'all something. If you going through my website, you should have an order number with your classes. If you just sending me money, that I don't necessarily know that's for your classes. So make sure. You sent her the intermediate class, Monique. Make sure you do that if you haven't. Apostle, what is happening? If you can, hold on. Somebody asked me a question. Okay. And my thing is, if you haven't got some, especially if y'all, I'm gonna say this: if you guys have my phone number and you haven't received something, don't come on live social media worldwide and say you haven't received something when you can simply just text me, and we can correct that offline. You don't shit and eat at the same space. Also, what is happening? If you can manifest more sorcery than like manifesting money or relationship. This is the thing, and when you could be, and I'm gonna say this because you're using the word sorcery. When you're doing sorcery, what you're saying is you are the source of that manifestation. You are the alpha and the omega of your manifestation. So that energy, that Ache, is coming from you. It's not coming from an Egun. It's not coming from an Orisha, a Loa, or a Pungo. You are the source of that particular. That's what sorcery is. You're the source of that energy and that frequency, and you to strengthen your source or sorcery through tapping into various things. So when it comes down to money, money is a frequency, it's a currency. I believe that if you're going to do true sorcery, you need to understand the flow of money. And if you're going to connect yourself to money, you need to know what level of frequency that you're going to connect with that particular resource of money. Are you going? Is it business money? Is it employee money? Like, is it gambling money? Because there's all types of monies or resources out here to draw in. And so it is so important. Okay, she already had that class. Okay, good. Thank you, Monique. Appreciate that, sweetheart. It's okay, Shamari. I just want you to know, other people to know, that if you have my personal number, then just text me. I don't want that type of business on live social media. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just cool. Relationships, I feel that if you're going to work with somebody and you're trying to be with that person, you should have already had a relationship with that person or in a relationship with that person, because it's very difficult to work on people that you're not in relation to, or you're not able to relate to. And so, especially if you're utilizing your own energy, which is very dangerous in my level of understanding, you have to be a really powerful sorcerer, because you got to have enough energy or arche to be able to disperse to that person and be able to influence that individual. Once again, depending on what kind of melanin they have, what kind of protection they have, like all of that needs to be considered when you want to work on people. And I feel like a lot of people waste a lot of energy and spell work and conjure working on people instead of getting people that are already in the energy and frequency by which they want to be in relationship with. That's my personal opinion. But it is relationship work is very hard work, and it is so very important for people that are being honest. Are you doing love work or domination work? A lot of people like to disguise love work when it's really domination work. End of story. And so when it comes down to real magic, real frequency, real vibration, all of that needs to be considered before you actually perform. That's why I'm also encouraging people to sit down before you actually do real magic on your job, to assess your actual job, not your attitude, not how you feel about it, who you like, don't like, because you're still going back to that workplace. So you need to be smart about what you're putting down and what you're doing and what type of spirits you bring into that environment, because you yourself are also interacting. When Elijah prayed that it rained not for 6.5 years, he was affected by that particular prayer. So be wise, be mindful. I know that I don't eat with these people. And as long as these people ain't trying to come for my job, my livelihood, this is defensive work. It only becomes aggressive if they keep coming for and keep trying to cause trouble or harm to my well-being. It's just that simple. If you not trying to do that, you good. But if you trying to do that in any way, shape, or form, this gonna handle that. I hope that answered. Let me tell y'all something. And what I try to express to people. If you don't know who you are, and I'm going to say this, water signs, earth signs, fire signs, air signs. It is so important to understand who you are and when you're interacting with other people. Because let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all that don't, in water signs, you're always projecting energy out. Just like you picking up on somebody else's energy, somebody picking up on your energy. And you can be doing something or saying something one way, but your energy and your frequency is something else. If you're an air sign, you know that intellect, everything is about thought, imagination. So mindset, you need to understand that about you. If you're a fire sign, you know it's about action. It's about being illuminated, inspired. So the more fire you have, the more you're going to be illuminated and inspired. That's why I tell people, as a fire sign, you have to be really careful about what you say to me, because I'm going to take it a certain type of way. And once I take it that way, I'm going to deal that way. Okay? Also, know that when you're doing work, you're not the only one doing work. You're not the only one praying. You're not the only one that is encountering with spirits. You're not the only one that got ancestors. Everybody that's on planet Earth got a spirit, got a certain level of power, energy, frequency, and vibration. Everybody on planet Earth has they have ancestors. They may not be as proficient as your ancestors, but they are still nonetheless ancestors. Everybody got that. There's certain things everybody come with. And sometimes, because of Christian belief, you act like you're the only one sitting there on that job that got a prayer life. That do conjure. And guess what? They might not do conjure, but their grandma might do conjure. Their auntie might do conjure. Their daddy might do conjure. Their uncle might. Somebody. So they may be bringing conjure that is from their bloodline. You cannot be as, how am I going to say this? The level of arrogance to assume that you're the only one that is bringing conjure or energy or frequency or vibration or spirit to your job or your workplace is asinine. Y'all get a lot of teaching, get a lot of free teaching. And this is, I want y'all to see by example how you can be on a job, call yourself doing your job, and mess around and cross a very powerful spiritualist. And now you in a world of trouble. You're in a world of hurt. That girl wanted that position on that job, dragged me to hell. And she did that to that woman. Every client might not be a spiritualist, but just so happen you might run across a client, an employee that may be a UPS driver on your job, but may be a powerful conjurer in these spiritual streets. It is not wise, because you holding a position on the job, to feel like you can treat people any kind of way on the job, because you may have never know you might be entertaining an angel on your job and get your whole world towed upside down. Okay? And that's for encouragement. That's not a threat. Stop handling people crazy on your job. This platform is a job. It's a business. This is a workplace. Spirits are here. You don't come on this platform and handling this business crazy. I never underestimate the magic inside someone. And you know what? You're going to always make better decisions. Most people only think about the magic inside them when they're dealing with people. And that, to me, sir and ma'am, you're doing yourself a dishonest and a disservice. Because that's not no wisdom. I believe in utilizing wisdom. But once you take me there, it is what it is. I say to a lot of you guys, I know you want to learn magic, but if you don't get a hold of your ego, I'm gonna say this too to all of the women, especially melanated women, black women. You guys have to do so much better, because women attack other women before they attack a man. Women will undermine another woman before they'll undermine a man. That behavior is not gonna stop, but it really needs to be checked. Don't cause problem where there is no problem. Don't allow your insecurities. Don't allow your need to be acknowledged, to feel like somebody's overlooking you or something. Because guess what? When you got different things going on in your mind, you liable to behave a certain type of way. And when it come down to real magic, you can't afford that. You don't know what kind of spirits I have on my platform that is protecting this platform in the ethers. And this is a workplace. This is a place of business. And you need to understand, when you come on live, you're coming into an energetic space, and that's why you feel the anointing. That's Isaiah 10:27. That's why you feel the impact of what's going on. That's why it's a good place to learn and grow and develop, because energetically, spiritually, this place has been consecrated, even in the ethers of social media. Even in when it comes down to the website and the networking. All of that, these spirits are out there. I have universal spirits that work with me. And so therefore, this also, and that's to those that have websites, to those that do TikTok, YouTube, any social media, you make sure that you got spirits out there that is protecting your brand, that's protecting what you got going on, because you never know who's going to enter into your particular space, and you need to have protections up there so nothing goes crazy. When I'm doing readings for you guys, people be working on me. They be throwing work at me, but I have certain things in the ether that protect. I don't just do cleansing before and after. I have things that are out there because people have envy and jealousy, and we are really, really growing and developing on this platform. So as a smart leader and strategist, and I want to say this too, we quicker to work this kind of magic on melanated people, but you not that quick to work this same kind of magic on non-melanated people. You need to ask yourself why. You will try to get your sister or brother fired on that job before you try to get rid of that manager that's causing all that chaos. I want you to ask yourself why. I want you to be truthful with yourself. Why we are quick to throw hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo, Palo, Missy at melanated people, but then when it comes to non-melanated people, you don't have that same fervor. This is what I mean, that we got more to do than to be throwing conjure at one another. A house divided against itself cannot stand. All right? Just give you some wisdom. I just sent for an instant burn. Which one did you want, Monique? Which one do you want? Did you even, let me see if you showed me. Reversal, okay. Actually, I'm going to do reversal and stop gossip for Monique. Reversal for Monique crab cakes. I know for a fact I share a lot of experience of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, proven stuff. And if you take it, it is beneficial to all of us. But I know that before you get involved in magic, I really learned a lot this night. Thank you, Darius. I really believe, and this is coming from the heart, I believe that melanated people need therapy. And I'm not talking about Caucasian therapy. We need therapy from real psychologists to understand our wiring, our mental wiring, our emotional wiring, and how we think and we process information and behavior. And a lot of us need to learn how to mature when we have struggled with maturity all of our lives. You don't want to get into real magic, real spirituality, and being very adolescent, because it is going to cause so much rift. It's going to cause people not to trust you. And learning how to resolve. And I say this to all over this globe. If you are a melanated woman, please make a conscious effort. A conscious effort. No shade, just conscious effort. And doing better. Leaving other women's husband alone. If they lesbian, leave their wives alone. Make a conscious effort. Stop undermining your sisters on job because you didn't want that position until she wanted it. Stop doing that. Those are kind of things in workplaces that cause problems. Don't get mad because somebody is closer than somebody else. That's a you problem. Stop that stuff. Everybody get a turn to bat. The Bible tell you that. And you might not even be ready when it's your turn. Stop undermining other melanated women out here in these spiritual streets. Because that men watch y'all. And then y'all the same ones that turn around and tell us to respect y'all when you don't have no respect for the women yourself. Be examples of the behavior that you are looking for us to entreat you. And that's whether you gay, straight, or bi. It's just a real thing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And thank you guys so much for the support, the love, and allowing me to be my authentic self on this platform. And I hope that you learn how to work effectively and learn how to do real conjure, real magic in the workplace and protect yourself. I even go through it on I deal with all different types of things. And guess what? I'm not just doing conjure because I'm a union rep and because I have a union, I am going to file certain grievances. You can't just do the spiritual stuff without doing the natural stuff. We live in duality. All right? Peace.